What is your message to the Gambian people? I think a lot of people are going to learn a lot from what you have said today.
Yeah.
And I think there will be much more interviews that we will do. I want to invite Nene to the Grand Bantaba next week if she's
Sure.
available.
Yeah, I'll talk to
we'll
her.
communicate with your
No
team. I
problem.
think
Okay.
that will be interesting.
Yes.
Just to have her on that show and also talk about your vision.
Yes.
If she's available, we'll pursue that with your communication
Sure, no problem.
team. But the Gambian people, what is your message to them?
Sure. We're a new party. We want Gambians to give us a chance.
Yeah.
Ultimately, Gambians have the free will to make whatever decision. All we can do as a party is appeal to Gambians. We're a new party, yes, give us a chance. We've created a platform where they can learn more about us, goldeneraparty.com. Give us a chance. We are ready to work with Gambians. Like I said, the Golden 9 agenda, we didn't just sit in our offices under the AC creating those policies. We invested in surveys.
Yeah.
Even as we speak to you today, we've had thousands of people wanting to volunteer. We have a form on our website. And then some of the questions we're asking them is, what matters to you the most? We just don't want people to just volunteer. How can we address your need as a volunteer? And most people are saying quality of life, cost of living. They want to be able to live here in dignity. They want to be able to get good wage and live with pride. So we obviously know cost of living is big on the agenda for Gambians because Gambians can afford it's hand to mouth. So what we're saying is we're ready to work with Gambians. And then as a party, you can't create policies and leave the people your targeted audience behind, right? So it's very important we have a collaboration model with the citizens where we're hearing from them and then we're curating policies that addresses their need head on. It's like you want to solve the problem of the youth, but you don't want to sit with the youth.
Yes.
The youth are not part of the decision-making process.
Like you have a 60-year-old as a youth advisor.
Yeah.
How do you know the youth's problem?
Exactly. It's nonsense. Yeah, we need young leaders. And you have to, when you're addressing the youth, get the jobless, get the entrepreneurs that are youth. You have to have a mix from all sectors. Those in healthcare, those in, paralegal, all 35 and under. Like, hey, we have a good mix of youth here, 100 people. Now let's talk. We want to create an agenda for the youth. So when we were creating our agenda, we paid for those surveys. They were not cheap. We went all the way to URR collecting data from people.
Data is important.
Yes. So we did a qualitative analysis of those data. That's how we were able to craft those policies. And then when we were creating the policies, we looked at the root cause. You go to our website, we define the root cause of each that is happening in the Gambia. And then we're creating an outcome-based solution that is measurable. We can come back and, it's an outcome-based. You have to provide an output. And then we talked about scorecard, having KPIs and performance measurements. So we're not just making empty promises. We're creating an agenda where we can have, we can feasibly implement. Because you can't make promises that you can fulfill. So any policies you see out there, trust me, we've done our research, and based on how we can go about and fixing the system, we've created policies that are feasible, that we can implement. We have an execution strategy.
Yeah.
You cannot come one day and solve food security in Gambia.
No,
that's not feasible.
That's possible.
It's going to be a roadmap, and it's going to be a phased roadmap. Year 1, this is what we're going to achieve. Year 2, manufacturing. Yet by year 5, we're done. We fix, obviously they're still going, but at least 80% of Gambians will be able to afford, food, cost of living will come down. Yeah. Because now we're empowering people to get into farming. We're training more Gambians to get into construction. Instead of monopolizing, giving one entity the right to bring cement, we're saying, hey, Gambians and the reason why I keep saying Gambians is because we have to empower Gambians. Gambians need to lead these industries.
Yeah, that's true.
You want to create a cement factory and have low-cost construction, Gambians need to, lead that industry. We need to create a plant. So that's why I was saying when it comes to public-private partnership, it should be equitable where the government is there to support. We could do a 80-20 structure. The 20% that the government is getting from supporting those industries are going into our surplus. And then the 80%, but we're empowering those individuals, and those individuals must be Gambian. They should have that made in Gambia or Gambia first mentality. Yeah. So we're not going to do And then anytime we're doing business with foreign entities, like with the situation with the Pulse, Albaric, or whatever the name is, no way. If Gambia is not going to get 51% out of the deal, it's a big no.
It's a big no.
Because we need to maintain majority equity.
We need to majority
equity, especially with foreign entities.
That's important.
And then when they come here, we shouldn't be signing anything more than 10 years. 30 years, that's a whole generation.
That's a whole generation.
10 years maximum.
We're not having
because
no
10
president
years
for that long. Why would you sign such a contract on behalf of us?
On behalf of us.
Yeah, that's
and then you didn't get any input from us.
Yeah.
I feel like some, especially key infrastructure like POS, there should have been a national referendum and see how Gambians feel about it.
Yeah.
It shouldn't just be a decision from the very few legislative body.
Just in
yeah,
cabinet.
so that's why we need to do reforms.
Yeah.
Those are big deals. They're going to impact generations to come. Yeah, because if our parliament doesn't want to do their work, right, we should create a policy. That's why we need checks and balances in the system. Yeah. We shouldn't be able to just pass laws like this and bypass the citizens. We should create a better system in place where the executive have limited power to balance the system.
Yeah.
Right? And then the legislative body, if they can't, there should be a national referendum where citizens are also given chance to voice their opinion. Because this would affect generations to come. Kids that are not yet born, they're going to have to face these 30-year, port issues. That's a whole generation.
That's a whole generation.
Yeah. So to conclude, we're saying to Gambians, we have great ideas, but there are people out there with greater ideas. We want to be able to have an inclusive Gambia. Gambia where there's meritocracy. We're empowering people that are ready to work, and we're also uplifting people that are at the bottom, bringing them to the top. So that way, we can create self-sufficiency. We can be a self-reliant nation.
What is your opinion on term limit? I was going to go, but I just saw somebody ask that question. What is your opinion on term limit?
Yeah, 2 terms.
2 terms.
Yeah, and I feel like 5 years is a lot. Maybe 4 years, 2 terms. Yeah. Just like they have it in the US. So that way, if you're not doing a good job, we can get you out of there quickly.
We can get you out as soon as possible.
Yeah, 4 years is good. 5 years is long. And 2 terms.
2 terms.
No matter how good you are, after your 2 terms, get out.
Government is continuity.
Yeah. Yes, get out. Yes. Yeah, 2 term limit. And the reason I'm saying that is because look at Benin. Patrice Talon, he came the same time as Barrow in 2016.
Yeah.
10 years ago. Look at Benin, look at Gambia, you tell me. And Benin is 10 times bigger than Gambia. They have a clean country, they have world-class road, good infrastructure. Now Benin exports more than even Togo and the next country combined.
We are so small, but we are unable to...
Benin is 10 times bigger than Gambia. So if you can achieve that for Benin, Gambia that is way smaller, why can't we? Yes, we're a small population of 3 million, but with intentional leadership that's ready to build on infrastructure, we can do so much.
The word is intentional leadership.
Yes. Intentional leadership. You want to build road, make it world class. You want to build stadium, make it world class. So that way we don't have to spending money on maintenance. You do a rubbish job, next year is broken, we end up spending. In business, there's something called total cost of ownership. Buy a new car and be done. You don't have to worry about it for 5-10 years. But if you buy an old refurbished car, it keeps breaking down. You end up spending way more money in the long term.
Please tell that to my father.
You end up spending
He
way
never
more
wants
money.
to buy anything
because now
new.
you're thinking, oh, let me do a small project. But you end up spending
more.
Yeah, it's called total cost of ownership. Yeah. And that's what's happening here. Fix the stadium once and for all. Make it a world-class stadium. Look at the airport. Just build a new airport. We could rehabilitate that to a bus station because it's not in an airport. It's a national disgrace to even call it an airport.
And you need an airport?
Yes. Look at Senegal. They just built another airport even better than the one the Blaise Diagne airport. They're coming up with a new city, Diamniadio. Yeah. That's going to be bigger and better than Dakar with better road network. They're thinking ahead of the future for the next generation. Go to Banjul. Sewage problem, old infrastructure, dilapidated buildings. The list goes on and on. So all I'm saying is, Gambians, we're a new party. Give us a chance. We're ready to fix the issues of the country. We're ready to serve you, Gambians. And we want to do things differently. That's why we're saying one nation, one vision, new direction. One nation means everybody's invited. Everybody's inclusive. I don't know all the answers, but we can work with like-minded visionaries to fix the country. One vision. Our vision is growth, productivity, good economy, solving the cost of living, food security. We're not just talking, but we already have policies in place to be able to implement those, having mechanism frameworks, and then holding people accountable to each project. And then we want to also fight corruption, because that's a key issue here in the Gambia. We need independent body that is non-partisan, just there to do the work. And then new direction. The old way of doing things just needs to go. Clearly, for 60 years, it hasn't worked. So let's welcome new ideas. You know, let's listen to the younger generations too. They're better in technology. Let's embrace technology. You know, Gambia should be a world-class country. We're so small, we're already blessed. We have a great geographical, our location geographically even is great. Yes, so we need to take opportunity of that. Gambia should be #1 logistics hub, the best business center in the world. So it's time for change. This golden era is a movement. We want to, you know, it's a new dawn for Gambia. We just want Gambians to give us a chance, hear us out, and, you know, work with us. We want to listen to you. We want to be able to share ideas with you. And we want to curate policies that addresses your needs. We want to prioritize issues that matters the most. Priority is a thing. We need to prioritize. If people are dying of hunger, healthcare, that should be the first thing on our list for the first 100 days. So it's time. We're just appealing to Gambians to give us a chance, hear us out. We're different from all this other party. And anybody that is joining the Golden Era Party, I've said it before in different groups, and I'm saying it again. Please, if you know you can't educate the people in your group or in your movement, quit. Because we're not going to entertain illiteracy anymore. We want people to uplift, to educate other people. We want literacy, you know. You don't even have to be a university student, right? You don't even have to be super educated, but people with common sense approach.
Yeah.
People with logical reasoning, people that are rational. You know, because if you look at the political landscape in Gambia, it's too much attacks, personal attacks, but they're not focusing on the key issue. If you're there attacking each other, how are you going to solve the problem? How are you a serious politician if your argument is based on personal attacks? No, it's about policies. You can challenge the status quo.
Yeah.
If you have a better way of doing it, tell them. That's challenging the status quo.
Yeah.
You know, let's eliminate waste and provide more efficiency. So that's what the party is about. And I encourage every people, because ignorance is not an excuse.
No.
Even if you're not educated, you haven't been to school, there's so much information out there on Google.
Yeah.
It's a simple search. Educate yourself. YouTube is a whole university.
It is.
If you don't know, ask.
Yeah.
Or take your phone. Every Gambian has a phone. Research.
Yeah.
But ignorance should not be an excuse. We need enlightened
Minds.
Yeah. People that are ready for change. Mentality. No Gambian should be like, oh, this is not possible here. What are you talking about?
It's possible.
And nothing is impossible. You have a dream, yes, you can attain it.
And what is the website if anybody wants to check out your website?
Yeah, it's www.goldeneraparty.com. And then people can volunteer. We have a team that respond within 24 hours, you know. And like I said, because there's going to be a lot of people coming to the movement, trying to cause trouble. It's okay to support the Golden Era Party, but don't attack any other people. Because one thing I'm going to be quick to do is dissociate and denounce any wing of the movement that is attacking other parties.
That's important.
Yes, you should focus on the agenda. If you're not there to teach, educate people within your group, please, we're going to distance ourselves from you. Because now you're doing a disservice to us. It's time for Gambians to focus on seriousness, talk about agendas, how we can fix the country together. That's the only way we can get out of this mess.